Good morning, this is Rich Nelson with Allendale with a special update for you guys. Today's date is March 8th of 2018, and today we're discussing USDA's latest monthly supply-demand report. Now, as far as corn, USDA's report was just surprisingly bullish here. Corn ending stocks were lowered from 2.352 billion bushels. As a reminder, they were lowered last month as well, to now 2.127 billion bushels. Quite a bit lower than the trade estimates here, as far as the pre-report estimates. USDA went ahead and they raised the corn for ethanol estimate by 50 million bushels. We didn't expect that until maybe the April-May timeframe, so very good on this end. And they really increased the exports very excitingly by 175 million bushels. So very strong export increase here today, leading the charge as far as the bullish corn news. Now on the world side for corn, USDA did lower ending stocks from 203.1 million tons to now 199.2. This came not just because of the U.S. numbers here, but also the drop for Argentina. They lowered that by 3 million tons to now 36 million tons. Brazil was lowered by only about 500,000 tons to now 94.5. So USDA may have a little more cutting to do on the Brazil corn export or corn production number in future reports. Most of the analyst community thinks it's more in the 88 to 93 range in terms of more realistic numbers. As far as the soybean side, this was a little bearish report from USDA. They raised stocks from 530 million bushels to now 555 million bushels. This increase came about due to a moderate decline in exports by about 35 million bushels. So despite today's extremely strong export sales posted on the weekly export sales numbers, USDA said that's great, maybe there's a few more, but overall it won't be enough to fill this deficit. As far as the crush, that was raised by about 10 million bushels, despite the fact we're still a little behind in reaching their previous estimate already. So the soybean numbers on the U.S. side, moderately bearish here. And this is, in fact, separate from the discussions about the change in the weather forecast for Argentina as well. Now, on the world side for soybeans, the USDA lowered their stock estimate from 98 million tons to now 94.4. This came about mainly due to a sharp drop for the Argentine production numbers. They went from 54 to now 47 million tons. A decline of 7 certainly got the trade's attention here. On the Brazil numbers, everybody expected some type of offset. That was an offset, but they raised it only by about 1 million ton to now 113. So as far as these numbers, USDA is probably okay on the Argentina number, maybe a slight decline, and maybe the next month or two past this point. Over on wheat, USDA did follow the plan as far as these wheat numbers. 1.009 billion bushels was last month's estimate. That was raised to 1.035 or 34 million bushels, or billion bushels. And in terms of these numbers, this decline or this increase in stocks was mainly due to the wheat export number, which declined by about 25 million bushels. That was very reasonable for the most part. On the world side of things here, USDA did raise wheat ending stocks from 266.1 million tons, now 268.9 million tons. This revision higher was made because of a lot of small changes on the balance sheet here, as well as the U.S. changes. No really major exciting movements as far as USDA's production numbers for the main competitors. So for today's report, this was a bullish report for corn, slightly bearish on the bean side, slightly bearish on the wheat side. If you have any questions about this report, what to do, or how to market grains in this environment, give Allendale a call, 1-800-262-7538.